This afternoon over at the White House, President Trump said he's holding off on declaring a national emergency and demanding that Congress vote on money for his border wall. But the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi refusing to budge, demanding that the president reopen the government. CNN's Brian Todd has more on this confrontation. Brian, president isn't used to people refusing to back down to him.
He is not, Wolf, and those who know him say the president is especially thrown off if a powerful woman challenges him. And until now, Mr. Trump has really never dealt at length with a woman as powerful and politically savvy as Nancy Pelosi.
It was a moment that confounded a president who takes joy in knocking others off balance. In the White House Situation Room, Donald Trump pressed House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on whether she would sign off on his border wall in exchange for reopening the government. But instead of backing down, as so many of Trump's opponents have done in the past, Pelosi firmly said no. That's when Trump stormed out.
Bye-bye, and I left.
And he just walked out. Again, we saw a temper tantrum.
He doesn't have another note to play. If he can't bully you, he's not quite sure how to get what he wants. And that's the conundrum that he faces. I think it's evident to everyone who's paid attention that Donald Trump has met his match in Speaker Pelosi.
It's a dynamic captured at a critical moment in the Oval Office. With the government shutdown looming in December, Trump tried to throw Pelosi off kilter by suggesting she was weak, but she wasn't having it.
You know, Nancy's in a situation where it's not easy for her to talk right now, and I understand that.
Mr. President, please don't characterize the strength that I bring to this meeting as the leader of the House Democrats who just won a big victory.
That was really a key confrontation, their first face-to-face meeting since Democrats had won the House, and it maybe has a tone that has set what's happened since then.
Veteran political watchers say the shutdown showdown has pitted the impulsive, sometimes reckless president who acts on his gut against a savvy political operator in her second term as Speaker. And so far, many observers believe Pelosi's winning. Asked if she thinks she's Donald Trump's equal, Pelosi told the New York Times coolly, quote, "The Constitution does." Biographers who know the president best say it's a bitter irony for Trump that the person who's frustrating him so profoundly at this moment is a woman.
This president doesn't respect women. He hasn't encountered one with this level of power ever before in his life, and I think he's really confused about it. This is maybe the moment that he can't bluff his way out of, and I think it's really messing with his mind.
In the past, women who've taken on Trump, like Rosie O'Donnell, have become the subject of his vicious insults.
Well, Rosie O'Donnell's disgusting. I mean, both inside and out. You take a look at her, she's a slob.
Then there are the disparaging slurs and nicknames he's directed at female critics, like Senator Elizabeth Warren.
I've got more Indian blood in me than Pocahontas.
And calling Stormy Daniels horseface. But so far, no nickname for Nancy Pelosi. Analysts say with her, Trump could be altering the pattern he's shown with strong women.
I think that President Trump does respect Nancy Pelosi and respects her power and is going to respect her more when he finds out what she's like to negotiate with.
And tonight, analysts say neither President Trump nor Nancy Pelosi can really afford to lose this epic battle. If Mr. Trump loses, he alienates his base over what could be the main reason they voted for him, that border wall, and he's weakened running for re-election. If Pelosi loses, she loses the confidence and the support of that fractious group of Democrats in Congress, and she risks ceding some of their power to go after Trump with investigations. Wolf?
And conversely, Brian, both President Trump and Nancy Pelosi can really boost themselves politically if they win.
Wolf, they both have potentially enormous wins at play here. President Trump's base will get really fired up if he bests Pelosi and gets his wall funding, and he could make gains with other Republicans. Pelosi, if she wins, well, she gives Democrats even more momentum heading into the 2020 election cycle and momentum to hold those hearings and investigate Trump.